Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Over to the wing. Pass to Brown. Porzingis sets a screen to the paint. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
You got to stay in front of Porzingis, especially when he rolls out of the pick and roll. Even though that's not a guarantee, you're going to stop it.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Los Angeles. And finished off by Tatum.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Pass to Zubac. Left side, Harden. It's Powell on the wing. And Harden with the slam.
If given the space, Harden's not afraid to take it to the rim.
Boston on offense. Tatum from long range. Rebounded by Dunn.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
To the middle. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Brown. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
Pass to Leonard. Here's the teardrop. Tatum with some nice D.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Again, the miss by Boston.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Here's Brown, following the score by Los Angeles.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Holiday. Oh, stolen by Harden. Down low. Here's Powell. Nails the baby hook.
I like that hoop from Norman Powell. Shoot it close to the hoop. Forget the long range stuff. Make it easy on yourself.
Outside Holiday. Puts up a 3. And James Harden pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 5. Leonard on the wing. Outside Bogdanovich. It's stolen by Tatum. And here's the fast break. Holiday taking his time here. Driving in. Pass to Tatum. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Pinpoint pass from Holiday leading to the field goal. He always keeps his head up off the pick and roll for chances like that.
Outside White. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Here's Holiday. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. To no one's surprise, their focus defensively is on containing Kawhi Leonard. Coach said Kawhi is a terrific decision maker and always manages to play the game at his pace. So we need to get into him, apply some pressure, and try to make him uncomfortable. History shows that will not be an easy task, Ed.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And it's tied up with that one. Now here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Back to Cornet. To the inside. Hauser. Drops in the short one.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simmons. Pass to Zubac. Here's the three. 5 on the clock. Simmons with it. Now Horford defending. Kept alive. Inside. Zubac inside. Off target at the rim. Tie game in Boston. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
12.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. One to the line for one. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Back to Horford. Lets it fly. The rebound by Ben Simmons.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Oh, wow! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Tatum. Over Bogdanovich. Offline from the top of the key. Jacks up a three. Coffee can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 5. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here's Simmons. 5 points in the game. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
It's stolen by Dunn. In transition, here come the Clippers.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Ryan, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. And he sinks the second. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 5. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Hauser. Going inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Los Angeles leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
That's where you got to give Zubac the ball because he's good at capitalizing close to the bucket.
Brown can't hit. Pass to Simmons. Here's Coffey. Zubac with it. He's got 6. Back to Coffey. Now Simmons. He's guarded by White. Shot clock at 5. And that one drops for him. Simmons has got 8.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Pritchard. To the inside. Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
Now Jones. Back to Harden. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons. Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Dunn left side. And stolen by Porzingis. White, good. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Leonard for 3. Back to Harden. Fires the 3. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Pass to Coffey. Leonard inside. Over Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. And so here are the Clippers. Jones with the ball. Back to Leonard. And Porzingis with the block. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Clippers on top, up 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Powell. Leonard, right side. Outside for Harden. Good work defensively by White. The Celtics on offense. Brown inside. And Brown rising high for the finish.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting.
Leonard gets the bucket.
Great shooter off that quick release. Kawhi expecting the pass and did the rest.
Tatum from long range. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pass to Dunn. Now here's Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires it from 18. Here's Zubac. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Tatum.
Zubac, such a towering presence. A guy who's capable of scoring through contact.
Now here's White. Knocked away. And stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Pass to Powell. There's the 3. The Clippers rebound. Takes the 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
This is what an offense is supposed to do. You look for a high percentage shot. Porzingis the beneficiary.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Leonard outside. Pass to Dunn. Denied by Tatum.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Leonard gets the bucket.
Working some magic inside. Leonard so polished.
Out left to the wing. Here's Pritchard to the middle. For the lead. Leonard pulls down the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
It's Powell on the wing. Four on the clock. Launches it from deep. Boston pulls it in.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
And the Clippers with the ball. The Celtics making their last shot. Leonard can't get it to go. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Back to Tatum. Screen by Horford. Looking to end this cold spell. And the play by Tatum as he finishes inside.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Left side, Harden. And the layup is good off the glass. Harden's got 7 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Tatum barreling in. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Tie game in Boston. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on
The Clippers, 36.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. But this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. High post Cornet. Back to Tatum to take the lead. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Second chance shot. Oh, Leonard! Power move.
Now, the inside part of Kawhi's game just so hard to stop. He's too physical and seems to be just locked in at times.
Back to Tatum. Pass to Craig. The kick to Tatum. Launches a three. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Connects from downtown.
3 points.
Coffey's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. The shot by Dunn, no good. Left side, Porzingis. Pass to Hauser. The 3 is up. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers trail. Top of the key. Boston pulls it in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Down low. Brown. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Jones. Leonard, left side. Outside Bogdanovich. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Bogdanovich has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's White. Good D by Bogdanovich. Now the Clippers with it. To the inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And timeout called by Ty Lue. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to White. Right side Tatum. Back to White. The three is up. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Defended by Porzingis. Back to Leonard. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Harden serving the D. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Back to Holiday. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Celtics lead by 3. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard outside. And stolen by Holiday. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, assertive play there by Brown. Rising to the challenge of the moment.
Outside for Harden. He buries it from 3. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes it difficult to defend.
White on the wing. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. To the middle. Outside for Harden. Laces one from 3.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Pass to Porzingis. Money.
Well, that's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments. You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3 ball.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
So we see Boston get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
It's a road game for the Kings, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. We're in the Motor City as the Detroit Pistons plan to take advantage of home court. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline.
Well, not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
Now, when I asked him about the challenges his team will face going up against DeMar DeRozan, coach said it doesn't matter what kind of defense you throw at him. DeMar is so good getting to his comfort zones and knocking down shots. What people don't realize is how good of a playmaker he is. Kevin, a tall task to slow him down.
Okay, David, thanks. Pass to Harris. Teardrop shot. Yep, it counts.
Tobias Harris showing a little floater that time.
Sacramento off to a slow start. 6-point game. Well, the Kings went from 3 seed. In 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Cade Cunningham.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Durant.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got his second basket of the game.
One thing you could say about Murray, he is efficient.
Detroit leading by 6. Here's Hardaway. Down low. Duren. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Duren's got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Levine's shot is off. Pass break Detroit. Duren, no good. The Kings trail by 8. On the wing, Levine. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the floor.
Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post and dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking fives that we have in the NBA.
On the wing, Murray. Good ball movement here by the Kings. From deep three-point land, score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Sacramento. They trail by 7. No good from outside. And here are the Pistons now. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Monk. For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
Offline with his 3. To the middle. And Howland gets it to go.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Pass to Levine. Here's Wiles. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead.
The Kings, 10.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Picked away. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Monk. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision-making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
Ellis outside. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Valanciunas is one of the bigger men in the league, and he loves to live in the paint.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Pass to Stewart. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
King substitution.
The Kings trail by 10. Right side Levine. Off the mark. Get a chance to trim it to single digits. Ivy on the wing. 5 points in the game. Sacramento grabs the miss. Left side, Sabonis. Back to Levine. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and what to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Here's Thompson. Inside. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Traps in the tray. Harris has got 5 points so far.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
And Sacramento has possession. 11-point game. Pass to Sabonis. Monk right side. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Pass to LaRavia. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here is Duren. Back to Cunningham. Now, here's Duren. Down low. And Duren slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's DeRozan. Scoreless thus far. Ellis takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
DeRozan for three. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Cunningham. Takes it inside. And easy 2 points on the layup. And 11 points for Cade Cunningham.
Ignoring the defense and cutting to get the shot. That's a great play from Cade.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. King substitution.
Outside DeRozan.
Zach LaVine.
Ellis outside. For three, LaVine. And so it's Detroit with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Now here's Levine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, when you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. The Kings trail by 14. Back to Ellis. Duran pulls it in. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 13. Plays it up and banks it in. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
And Cade Cunningham has it going. He's playing with tremendous confidence.
Ellis wide open. They grab their own miss. Murray, good.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Ellis, third personal foul. Team second.
Cunningham looking it over. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the 2 areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
For the Pistons, and so Murray nails both of them. In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency in a guy locked in like that. That's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus. But this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
Now here's Levine. 9 points in the game so far. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
He thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Fontecchio. To the inside. Here's Stewart. Detroit, no good that time either. The Kings trailed by 12. Here's Ellis. Launches a 3. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Ellis has got 5.
And Levine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. Maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Down by 12. Here's Murray. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point he's going to need some help.
Monk outside. Here's Levine. Good, nice job down low. Levine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Now, here's Sabonis. No scoring in this one. Sinks the triple.
And nice work off the pass. I like Levine's catch-and-shoot mindset tonight.
Pass to Ivy. And here's Stewart. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Stewart's got his second basket.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Murray with it. On the wing to Rosen. Look at that.
And that's the athleticism. When DeRozan takes off like that, he is looking to ring the bell.
It's Schroeder with the drive. And he lays it straight in. Schroeder's got his first points of the game.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
From about 19 feet, shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Pistons lead. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Cunningham. Out to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Hardaway. And there he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Sabonis' shot is off. Detroit leading by 9. Here's Thompson. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Duran. Out to Hardaway. On the wing, Thompson. Offensive rebound. Now Cunningham. Here's Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
Timeout.
And now it's an 11-point Piston lead.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. And it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And the Pistons with possession. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Hardaway. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Pistons lead by 13.
I feel like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s role is to be out there and gun away, so ready to shoot that time.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. Sabonis inside. And he banks in the layup.
Now, this is where Sabonis can play tricks. He's got every move at his disposal.
Cunningham drives in. Slammed home. He draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Gives a team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Pistons leading by 14. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Cunningham on the wing. Thompson surveying the floor. Harris up top. Pass to Cunningham. To the paint. And stolen by Murray. DeRozan with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Now here's Levine. From past the arc. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Sabonis such a key to this team and what they do. On the inside, a big man does a little bit of everything.
And Sabonis drops them both. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pistons?
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Timeout, Kings. .146 left to play here in the fourth. Back to Murray. It's deflected. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 12-4 run. That free throw missing.
See the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, this guy is capable of big, big things.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pistons.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Cade Cunningham.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
He's off on that one. And Zoelos will bring it up for the Kings. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Over DeRozan. Rebound by Murray. Here's Sacramento. Here's Levine. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Giving this team size out of the backcourt. Levine has enough strength to convert there through the contact.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Carter outside. Back to Levine. Over Thompson. Sacramento again missing. It's Cunningham with the drive. And it's in there. Ball's knocked loose. No good. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage.